Godric's Hollow, October 31st, 1981. Two babies in one crib. Voldemort didn't hesitate. He'd read the prophecy. He'd made his choice. He raised his wand at Harry, the boy born as October died, and spoke the words that were supposed to end everything. They didn't. The curse hit Harry, rebounded, tore Voldemort apart at the seams. The whole wizarding world felt it. But here's what nobody talks about. In the half-second before the curse rebounded, it passed through the crib. It passed through you. You didn't get a scar. You didn't get a prophecy. You didn't get a name in any history book. What you got was quieter than all of that, and far more dangerous. The prophecy magic, already cracked, already breaking apart from the rebound, left a splinter in you, invisible, unmarked, unknown. If Harry got the lightning bolt the whole world would recognize. You got something no one had a name for yet. He became the boy who lived. You became the girl who knew. And on that night, history split in two. One half visible, one half watching. The adults decided within hours. Dumbledore spoke. McGonagall listened. Sirius was already breaking apart with grief, and the decision was made the way all terrible decisions are made. Quietly, quickly, and with good intentions that would take years to unravel. Harry goes to the Dursleys. You go somewhere else. A witch named Aldrich Voss. Sharp-eyed, careful, loyal to Dumbledore in the way old soldiers are loyal, without needing to be asked twice. She takes you north, a cottage, no photographs, no owls, no trail. You grow up not knowing you had a brother. But magic knows. By age 4, you reach for a cup before anyone offers it. By 5, you stop walking down a particular road, and that afternoon, a tree falls across it. By 6, you dream in fragments that feel less like dreams and more like warnings. Aldrich watches all of it and writes nothing down. She was told to protect you. She was not told to explain you. So she doesn't. And you grow up understanding one thing with complete certainty. Something is missing. Not a thing you lost. A person. Aldrich didn't raise you soft. No bedtime stories. No easy praise. No, you'll understand when you're older. She sat you down at age 7 with a book on magical theory and said, "Read it. When you finish, tell me what's wrong with chapter 4. There was plenty wrong with chapter 4. You told her. Why, she handed you another book. This was your childhood. You learned causes before spells, patterns before performance, the why before the how. While other magical children were learning to make feathers float, you were learning why feathers float differently near emotional magic, and what that meant about intent. You were not famous. Nobody pointed at you in the street. No whispers followed you into shops. You were just a girl with sharp eyes and a habit of being right. But Aldrich saw something else. She saw the way your accuracy wasn't effort. It was instinct. The way you'd solve a problem before you consciously understood it. The way magic didn't just respond to you, it leaned toward you, like it recognized something in you it had been looking for. She never told you what she suspected. She just kept handing you books. It started small. Age 8, you tell Aldrich not to open a letter. She doesn't. It was cursed. Age 9, you wake up at 3 a.m. and move your boots from the doorstep. The next morning, something had been placed under them, something that shouldn't have been there. Age 10, you feel a pull. North, then west, then gone, like a compass that only works for a second before the signal breaks. You don't have prophecies. You don't see the future in clean, complete sentences. You feel cracks. The places where something is about to go wrong, the moments right before they break, the specific weight of a silence that is hiding something. Aldrich calls it instinct. You know it's more than that, because instinct doesn't make you nauseous 3 days before a threat arrives. When an instinct doesn't make you reach for a stranger's arm on a Tuesday and have them thank you on Friday for saving their life without either of you knowing how. But the worst one, the one that keeps you awake, is the feeling you've been carrying since you were old enough to feel anything at all. Somewhere, someone is walking into danger, and they don't know you exist. King's Cross, September 1st. You see him before he sees you, and you stop walking. Because for 10 years you felt that pull. North, then west, then gone, and standing 20 feet from you near a pillar, looking lost with an owl and a trolley, and the most bewildered expression you have ever seen. It stops pulling. It arrives. His name is Harry Potter. You know this the way you know things. Not because someone told you, but because every instinct you have goes completely, absolutely still. He looks at you 2 seconds later, and he stops too. Neither of you speaks first. Neither of you knows how. 11 years of separate lives stand between you like a wall made of glass. You can see through it, but you cannot pretend it isn't there. He says, "Do I know you?" You say, "No, but I think you were supposed to." It's awkward. It's quiet. It is the strangest and most important 30 seconds of your life. He doesn't know what to do with you. You don't know what to do with him. But when the train pulls away, you are sitting across from each other, and neither of you moves to find another seat. The sorting hat takes longer with you than anyone else. Not because it's confused, because it's careful. It sees a splinter. Suna, the broken prophecy magic lodged where a scar should be. It sees what Aldrich never said out loud, and it sits with you for 90 seconds that feel like 90 years. Then calls out, "Ravenclaw," not because you are the smartest in the room, because you are the one who reads the room before entering it. Hogwarts feels familiar in a way that shouldn't be possible. You have never been here, but you walk the corridors and know, not the layout, but the mood, the way the castle shifts when something is wrong, the way certain staircases feel heavier on certain mornings. You notice Quirrell on the first night, not his stutter, not his turban. Everyone notices those. You notice the way the air near him feels like the moment before a storm, the way his hands shake not with nerves, but with effort, like he is holding something in that desperately wants out. You say nothing, not yet. You were raised to understand patterns before you name them, and this pattern is still forming. You start keeping a record, not a diary. Diaries can be found. A mental map, updated every morning, cross-referenced every night. Quirrell goes to the third-floor corridor 4 times in 2 weeks. Not the same days, not the same hours. Irregular enough to look accidental. It is not accidental. The staircases near the trophy room shift differently on Tuesdays, like the castle is rerouting something. Or someone. The library's restricted section smells like burnt paper on the mornings after Quirrell's corridor visits. You don't know what that means yet, but you file it. Ron thinks you're intense. And Hermione thinks you're interesting. Harry thinks you're frightening. But in the way people are frightened by something, they're also relieved exists. You tell Harry one night, "Something is living in this castle that shouldn't be here." He says, "The monster in the third-floor corridor?" You say, "No, something that arrived in a person." He goes quiet, because he's felt it too. That cold, particular feeling near Quirrell. He just didn't have language for it. You give him the language. This is what you do. Harry feels danger. You name it. Here is the difference between you and your brother. Harry moves toward danger because it is right. You move toward danger because you already feel the cost of not moving. He acts from courage. You act from a knowledge that sits in your chest like a stone. Heavy, cold, one and impossible to put down. When Harry decides to go after the stone, you already know he will. You felt it 4 days before he said it. And you don't try to stop him. You say, "I'm coming." He says, "You don't have to." You say, "I know, I'm coming anyway." The argument lasts 6 minutes. You win it in the first 30 seconds. He just needs the remaining 5.5 to accept it. This is your dynamic now. He charges. You calculate. He trusts his heart. You trust the splinter in your chest that hasn't been wrong yet. But tonight, walking toward the third floor, you feel something new. Not dread, not urgency, recognition. Like whatever is waiting at the end of this corridor has been waiting specifically for both of you. Like this was always supposed to be a 2-person story. No, it just took 11 years to arrive. You reach Quirrell, and the moment he turns around, you understand everything. Not slowly, not in pieces, all at once, like a door blown open. The splinter in your chest, The thing you've carried since before memory pulls toward him, toward the thing wearing him, and you feel it with a clarity that doubles you over. You were there. The night it happened. You were in that crib. Voldemort looks at you through Quirrell's eyes, and for the first time in 10 years, he feels something unexpected. Fear, not of Harry. He always knew Harry would be the obstacle. He prepared for Harry. He never prepared for you. Because the splinter of prophecy magic lodged in you, it doesn't just let you sense danger, it reflects his own power back at him in fragments. Broken, unpredictable. The same way the original curse rebounded. You are not the chosen one. You are what happens when a killing curse breaks against love and leaves a shard in the wrong child. You are his blind spot, his only one. Harry steps forward, does what he was born to do. But before he does, you look at Voldemort and say very quietly, "I've been feeling you coming for 10 years. You should have checked the other crib." It ends, the way first battles end, not with triumph, but with exhaustion in the strange, hollow quiet that follows something enormous. Harry is in the hospital wing. You sit beside him, not across from him, not behind glass anymore. Beside him. You don't talk about what happened in the corridor for a long time. You just sit in the specific silence of two people who almost lost each other before they ever had the chance to be found. Eventually he says, "You knew, this whole time." You say, "Not everything, just enough." He looks at you the way he looked at you on platform 9 3/4, like he is still catching up to a feeling that arrived before the facts did. He says, "Is it always going to be like this?" You think about the splinter, about Voldemort's face when he saw you, about the feeling in your chest that hasn't gone quiet, just shifted, pointing somewhere new, somewhere darker. You say, "Yes." He nods. He already knew. Outside the hospital wing, the wizarding world is celebrating the wrong story. They are writing about the boy who lived. They don't know about the girl sitting next to him. Not yet. But something is coming that will make sure they do. And this time, neither of you will be walking into it alone.